Welcome to the channel. We are very close, as they claim, to the biggest new update. In this episode, I would like to analyze something that the vast majority of players have a huge problem with. This is very noticeable by the level of legendary items, and especially now as their maximum level will be most likely even higher. You should make sure that your time in the game is as effective as possible. So let's explain once and for all how Treasure Hunter and Magic Find work. First of all, I must admit that I was very behind in this element of the game because I didn't pay enough attention to how to improve it. I thought that I would achieve level 30 of legendary items over time by simply doing various activities. Unfortunately, if you don't play all day, it won't happen. This way we lose a lot of combat rating, secondary stats, and additional reforge bonuses, and especially for people who don't have enough time to play. This video can be very useful, because in the long run it will save you not only days, but also weeks or even months of an effective grinding. So let's move on to the first mechanic, which is the Treasure Hunter. And despite testing by many people, I can say it works. It works everywhere, but the question is how it works. I think the answer to this question will help you resolve any doubts whether or not it is profitable to use a treasure hunter. Let's start with Gold Find and Lucky. These two properties do not seem to cause any doubts. Both work everywhere, simply increasing the amount of gained gold and dropped globes. However, people mainly focused on other treasure hunter bonuses. And here we often have a serious problem with interpretation. Both Treasure Find and Swift Learner work in every location, but it is worth noting that this only works on elite monsters. What are elite monsters, and why we shouldn't test the effectiveness of a treasure hunter? In dungeons, many people confuse elites with bosses. However, the elites are marked blue, yellow, and orange, and only for these groups of monsters Treasure Hunter works. It's not hard to imagine why we won't notice a big difference in dungeon since we focus on white, regular monsters and bosses. Elite monsters in dungeons are only a small fraction and are usually skipped. So if using a different tree will significantly speed up your dungeons, it will be a better choice. And the last bonus of the Treasure Hunter, Greed, which increases the efficiency of the previous to 75%. But does this mean that we will receive almost twice as many items? The answer is no. We will increase the drop rate by an additional 75%, but only on elite monsters. So in practice, everything depends on the number of elites defeated. If we defeat 1 pack of elites out of 10 packs, then statistically we can expect that we will receive 7.5% more items than without Treasure Hunter, even if half of the defeated enemies are elite monsters. We can expect a maximum of about 37% more items. So as I mentioned earlier, dungeons will not be the best place to use a treasure hunter. This Paragon's tree is a bit better for overworld farming because we defeat more elites there, but a cursed tower seems to be best place to utilize it. And it is worth mentioning here that even though additional items come from elite monsters that have a greater chance of dropping magic or rare items, which in practice may slightly increase the amount of collected blue items and scraps. The treasure hunter itself does not have any mechanics that increase the chances of dropping higher grade items. We could say that it simply fills your inventory faster, and that's it. So what will really speed up the whole process if the treasure hunter isn't that effective? The most effective way to do this is by collecting blue and yellow items. More specifically, we need to make sure that our total pool of dropped items includes more magic and rare items. The blue magic item speeds up collecting process 3 times, and the yellow rare one speeds up collecting process 10 times. But how to increase the drop rate of these items? Magic find will be solution. People often forget about this small but important factor when upgrading their legendary gems. Of course, don't expect that it will take you 1 week to upgrade all items, only because you decided to increase magic find. Someone may say that the chances of getting higher grade items are so small that an additional 80% won't make any difference. But the truth is that the difference is noticeable immediately, not to mention in the long run. The number of defeated monsters in the game is so large that the statistics will sooner or later save you a lot of time. It is also worth mentioning that the drop chance for legendary items will be higher as well, so it's quite useful addition. But on top of that, magic find, unlike the treasure hunter, works for all types of monsters. So this is a PvE element that you definitely shouldn't ignore, especially if you are very behind with items upgrade. This also puts the 2-star legendary gems in a very good position. Each from 5th rank or higher guarantee 10% to magic find. It is twice as much as when using 1-star gems. 5-star gems are the best because they give 15%. However, most people will probably have a problem getting rank 5. So if you are using a 5-star gem below rank 5, then remember that such a gem may make your character more effective, but it does not increase the drop chance, which may turn out to be unprofitable, especially in the long run. That's why I think that the most reasonable solution is to make a build based on 2-star gems at least at rank 5 to unlock the magic find bonus. Of course, you don't have to use this for every activity in the game, but if you want to spend your time grinding effectively, this is the right configuration, and you should not mind getting weaker. The monsters in the Accursed Tower or Overworld are so weak that you shouldn't have a problem defeating them. But ultimately, the decision is yours. I will be very pleased if you leave a thumbs up, especially if you like the episode. Check another guide about Reforge bonuses, and subscribe to stay updated. As always, thanks for watching.